So what if desire or love is kind of waned? How do you bring it back, and how do you respect consent and no's around that? This is Liz Powell from Sex Positive Psych.
And this is Cathy Vartuli from the Intimacy Dojo.
And it can be really challenging because a lot of the advice out there is schedule a date whether you want to go or not. Yeah. Spend time touching each other even if it doesn't feel like you're not really like, oh, I want to do that. And I think some of that advice can be useful at times because it does help. You have to prime the well sometimes.
Right.
And where is that boundary between I'm a no and okay, it's kind of a chore, but let's rekindle let's prime the pump.
Right. It's like I love running. I hate starting my run. Right? Yeah. Like putting on my clothes and starting the run is terrible. And then once I'm running, most of the time it's pretty good, right? Yeah. And I feel great after, regardless of how terrible the run is, right? So sometimes you have to get through that phase of like putting on the clothes. But I also think that a lot of people, when they're coming to this place where the desire has waned, there's a lot of like either built up resentment or things that they've left unsaid that they haven't actually worked through yet. And it's hard to start closing that gap when you haven't acknowledged that it exists.
You haven't taken out the trash in 5 years and I don't want to touch you.
Right.
Versus, okay, I screwed that up. I'd like to clean up that I didn't take out the trash, and I'm committed to hiring someone to come take out the trash for us. And now would you like to go explore?
And part of that is you have to own what it is that's important to you and tell your partner. You have to say like, you can't just be like, I don't want to touch you because you never take out the trash.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be, it's really important to me that we have a clean house. And I feel like I do a lot of housework around here.
And you've been cutting out of integrity on your promise to take out the trash.
Right. You promised to take out the trash, and I feel really frustrated when I feel like I'm falling through on my end of the bargain and you're not. And it makes me less close to you.
Yeah. I think if we can be honest about the hurt we have in a way that owns our own feelings and not like you're a really bad person, look at all the bad things you did,
right? Which
is hard.
It is hard.
Recommend read Mahalka's Practice Conversations, find a friend, say I need to practice and I would like you to hold me accountable. So first I'm going to tell it in the blah way, with he's a horrible person and all the things, and just get it out. And then, okay, this is how I'm actually going to try talking to this person. Do you have any feedback? Okay, cool. That's a good upgrade. Okay, I'm going to do it by Tuesday, and you can call me if I haven't done it.
Yeah. And I think, you have to clear that first before you can start crossing the gap. Yeah. Right? Until you've owned what is in that space between you.
Otherwise, the resentment is going to be in the touch, and it's going to be there between you.
It's hard to be vulnerable when you're feeling resentful. Right? It's hard to be genuine and connected.
Yeah.
When you're still holding on to and you never take out the trash.
Yeah.
Right? It pulls you back immediately.
There's basically a big bag of trash between you.
Yeah, there's a giant bag of trash between you. The other thing I would say is that I think what a lot of people don't do in that space is give themselves distance between them and their partner to rekindle over, right? Like if you're living with each other and you see each other all the time, it's really hard to feel as much desire for your partner because they're always there, right? So think about the last time that you felt a lot of desire for your partner. Was it a vacation? Was it something else you did? And think about what it was that helped you feel that desire. Was it where you were? Was it that you didn't have to deal with the kids and like cleaning your own room? Was it that you kept going out to these really nice dinners and you were having these beautiful sensual meals? Right?
Or that you hadn't seen each other for 5 days.
Right, like they had just come back from a trip and you just were dying to see them, right? Figure out what those factors are and then move from there to design how you're going to move forward. Yeah. Emily Nagoski in Come As You Are has a really great form you can fill out to help look at those factors.
Yeah. So, and just kind of explore what your needs are too. Like if you each have space to say, hey, this is what I need right now, today, just that vulnerability is really beautiful. But also giving each other space, even though they're not always mutually compatible, just giving each other some space to get those needs met. It can be really beautiful and a way to discover each other in ways that you may never have discovered each other before.
You can also start sharing stuff that turns you on. Like if you love some erotica, you can like email your partner some erotica and be like, I was reading this, thought you might enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you like porn, you can send them a link to some porn that you like. You can tell them what one of your fantasies is. But connecting with your own turn on and then taking the step and the courage to share that with your partner can help start building desire between the two of you.
And I believe in really conscious relationships. Think about whether this person, like if there's a lot between you, is this really right, or are you just trying to repair it because you think you should be in a relationship with this person? If you look at it and you consciously decide, and it might be something you sit down and like, why are we in a relationship together? What do we want to achieve out of this relationship? If you decide you want the relationship and you want to have a sexual connection to be part of that, because it doesn't have to be, then figuring out ways to explore each other and rediscover each other, that's powerful because it's a conscious choice, as opposed to we ought to stay together or divorce is bad.
Yeah, and I think so many people fall into that sunk cost fallacy of like, well, I've been with them for 5 years, so of course I need to try to fix this.
Yeah.
Putting more money after bad doesn't
make it a good relationship if it's a bad fit to begin with.
Yeah, if it's not the right fit. And it may have been a great fit to start with, and now it's not. People grow and change. The only thing constant is change. And if you have grown away from each other, that doesn't make either of you bad people, but it may mean you're not the right fit for each other anymore.
Yeah. So I encourage you to explore that. We'd love to know what you think.
Yeah,
comments
absolutely.
Below.
Comments below.
And can we do a video about what if desire is really gone?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that.
It happens, and painful topic, but worth it. Congratulations on taking this time for yourself and learning these things. If you'd like to follow more of this, you can subscribe to my channel here. Social media is up here, and there's more videos of this type here. See you soon.